Reggae Interviews. Word Sound Power.
This is DJ 745 here for Reggae Interviews, here with reggae singer and songwriter ANNICIA Banks, who we are delighted to speak to about her amazing debut EP, Up Front. That was released earlier this month on Raw View Music. How are we doing today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Very good, yes.
Well, I want to send out a really big shout out to your management and also to Utmost PR on the West Coast of the United States for facilitating and putting together this connection for us to speak about your new debut EP.
Right. I'm excited. I'm very excited about it. And I'm looking forward to great things happening.
Yeah. Well, you know, as a DJ, I'm used to receiving quite a lot of different music, and it was your lead single, a beautiful rendition of the Crown Prince's Love Has Found Its Way. That really sparked something in me to explore or investigate further who ANNICIA Banks is. And that's why we're here today, really to try and sort of learn a little bit about you as a person, your musical journey, and what brings us into 2021.
All right. Okay, so well, my journey is a long journey.
I know, because
It's been a long time, long time.
I know this is what I kind of understand, that even though we're talking about what is your debut EP project in 2021,
Right.
you're not a stranger to music at all, are you?
Oh no. I've been doing background vocals for a long time.
I know.
Most of my time, but you know, I do lead singing as well with different projects that I've done.
Okay.
But for this one is the most outstanding so far. The first outstanding thus far that I've ever done, and I'm really happy and grateful about it. You know, thank God for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like you mentioned, you know, you provided background harmonies to, it's almost like a who's who of reggae.
That is definitely true.
Yeah. Let's trace back that journey from childhood to 2021. I mean, I know that you were born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, post-independence.
Yeah.
In what I probably feel was, you know, the golden age of reggae, the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what were some of your early influences growing up as a child?
Well, as a young girl, I was like, what, 8?
Okay.
Yeah, since I was 8 years old, I started doing like concerts. You know, you have those little clubs that you do little things around town and the different cities. And then I enter a lot of, you know, singing engagements with different people, you know, competition and so forth. And, you know, it was good. There was, I forget his name, but that was in Halfway Tree that we used to get, you know, Bohemia Club. That was the name of the place that we used to go a lot. And then, you know, different artists, you know, young people coming up, and, you know, from there. And then I started working with my cousin Judy Mowatt. She was the one that started me out, you know, and I also, in the background vocals. As a matter of fact, I did some background vocal as well with Fredlocks.
Yes.
Yes, because he was in that time when I was working with her. So Fredlocks and Judy, I started out with on that higher level.
Right. Okay.
Yes. And then after that, now, you know, it's the ongoing, you know, the different artists, you know, a lot of them, many of them.
So many. I mean, I know that you just mentioned to me that obviously, you know, you as a child, you know, you used to enter competitions, and I feel as though there's almost like a step up in terms of like entering competitions to actually entering the studios of Kingston, because it was I think it was a very volatile environment sometimes, and also as a female, it was, you know, you couldn't just walk into those studios back then. So, you know, did you have any sort of like formal training in singing, or you know, just a natural gift?
Natural gift.
Okay.
Just natural. It's just natural. I just found out, you know, when I was a young kid, you know, singing and so forth. And we had when I was what, 8, I went to this concert and we had I had to do this white skirt and I had to be dancing around doing this song with a banjo player, and he was playing the banjo and I was singing a little bit harder, thirst to get water. I
Right.
don't know if you remember the song, but it was funny. And but looking back, it's funny to me now, but that's where I really started escalating, and it was a big thing. I mean, because I didn't know I was able to sing that much,
Yes.
and as a young child, you're just happy go lucky doing stuff, but you didn't know how effective you were until after you finish the song. You see how the people react, the crowd react. It was great.
Yeah.
And so since then, I just keep on doing it, school and so forth. Yeah.
Were your family, were your parents supportive of the musical interest that you were gaining as a child?
Well, actually, my mother, it was more on a strict level, but we had freedom to do some stuff. And then after a while, my dad died when I was young. So, not too young and not too old, but at least, it was kind of difficult. Your childhood was more difficult. So you had to skip. When it happens, it happens. It's not something that is planned,
Okay.
You just keep going with the flow as you go along. You get, things like that.
Yeah. Now, I know that you mentioned, I was aware that you've done some work with people like Judy Mowatt. I didn't realize that you were actually relations as well, though.
There's my cousin.
So we've probably already heard your voice on some of the great releases that Judy Mowatt has put out over the years.
Yes, the Black Woman album, that's what we worked really hard at, Dynamic Sound.
Right.
That was really a fun time. Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very, it was nice. It was really good.
Yeah.
And, I got to do a lot on it, more than, I expected, but I did a lot and was proud, Looking back now, when I hear what I did then, I'm grateful. It's just a natural gift. I guess all of us, because most people in Jamaica just sing. We don't really have any formal or like these vocal trainers over here, and we just sing. And as long as you can hear, you're not tone deaf, you're able to follow the musical part of it, to sing in key and sing how you're supposed to. So that's how it worked. We didn't have that formality here. Yeah, not at all. Not in that time. Yeah.
And growing up, when you were sort of like first entering into studios like Dynamics that you just mentioned, were there any particular artists or groups of artists that you really looked up to?
Yes. I-Trees was one of them. Those were the group that I listened to a lot because I was with them a lot. In my young days, my teens, I was really with Marcia, Rita, and I sing with all of them, Mrs. Marley, Judy, and Marcia Griffiths. I sing with them individually as well.
Okay.
So I got to learn a lot of harmonies, and it was a natural for me. So I get a lot of experience in the studio and so forth,
Yeah. And I think that, I feel as though now in 2021, we seem to have like a really sort of like long list of female artists in Jamaican music, which I think back then was not the case.
No, there were artists, there were people there that was able to sing, but the opportunity it was a little less because it seemed like it was just a man's world.
Yeah.
And most time the men is able to get up and just do what they want. No, the children, women had children that time, so you had it's either the kids or your career.
Yeah.
So you had to make a choice. So it's not because you weren't able, and I've been doing recording different times on different people and doing all kind of stuff. But again, this is my best project so far. My bestest project. Project. And I am trusting and hoping that great things will happen soon,
Yeah.
Because even when you're getting older, you say, boy, I'm wondering if I will ever get through in life. And you try so much other folks and nothing, you don't get any response as you were looking forward to, as they say. But, for now, it's just amazing what's going on.
Yeah. So, you've been involved in music for quite a few decades now. I would probably sort of say, at least 4 decades, at least.
Yeah.
5 decades. Okay.
Yeah.
The question that goes through my mind is that, what is it about now, 2021, that has pushed you towards putting out this new debut EP?
Well, in the first place, I never stopped singing. That's the point. So I am able and capable now, and put it this way, in the United States here where you are, I am and going to church here, I get to sing a lot of different genres of music. Okay. So it helped me to form where I would like to go and how to sing, and I'm much more comfortable with what I'm doing and able to and I think I can still do way more than what I'm doing. I just want that environment that I can explore, and prayerfully it will happen. And so that is one of my goals. So I never stopped singing. So therefore, I'm always doing something, hoping, because I really was hoping that something would work out for me one day, and some people get their blessing when they're young, some people get it when they're older. So I guess it's just my time. Absolutely. I guess it's just my time.
Absolutely. I mean, the EP is been just released on Raw View Music, and the lead single is a cover of the Crown Prince's Love Has Found Its Way. What an amazing cover, because that's not one of those songs that you hear people covering very often, but you've done it some really great justice.
Yeah, well, you have to put a twist on it, Yeah. And when I'm in the studio, one or whatever, I just focus and then that's when the inspiration come tumbling down, and I just start hearing stuff, and I mean, it's just a full thing that you just want to embrace. At first, sometimes you don't know where it's gonna go, but when you come back the next day, you say, I just say, Lord, just move, and then everything just start falling into place.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a fear. If you fear and you're not sure, because listen, in music we have to sing all kind of stuff, and the pieces that you might think is a mistake, that could be the part of the song that make the song.
Yeah, I can hear.
So this is the reason why you have to explore and create and not being fearful. You just have to sing out whether it's wrong, because the only way to get it right is singing out, and it's wrong, you correct it.
Yeah, true.
That's like anything else. If you're in school, you're doing a math problem, and sitting there and not doing it, you don't know how to do it. Try and do something, and then the teacher will be able to teach you. That's me. That's my formula.
Yeah.
But for now, as I said, I never stopped singing. Just never stop, because I my voice keep in tune, because I'm in church choirs a lot, and there is no joke when you're singing that. Those harmonies, it's no joke. And the stuff that you have to do is no joke. And I'm grateful that I'm really getting that experience. So now I'm able to cope more. And I mean, over the years touring, with other folks and different type of people, you just learn a lot more as well,
Yeah. I was going to ask you, because I know that you've toured quite extensively, pretty much everywhere across the world with various different artists. So, in my mind, I'm thinking of people like Judy Mowatt, Marcia, Bunny Wailer,
Sister Carol.
Sister Carol. I think you've also done some work with Freddie McGregor as well.
Yeah, I do some little things with him, not a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did some stuff here and there with him. Yes, and in the studio as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But for the most part, you know, it's quite a bit of people, you know. But it was fun, and I learned a lot. I really do learn a lot.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Are there any sort of like highlights or most memorable moments that come into your mind right now with all of these tours that you've done? You know, are there any specific performances or artists that you really sort of had a close bond with on the road?
Oh yeah. Well, Sister Carol, Dennis Brown, Judy Mowatt, Marcia Griffiths, Mrs. Marley. Who else? I work with but he just passed away. He was living in Florida. He just passed away again. Was it Wailing Soul? I was singing with one of that gentleman because one of them passed away, so I had to just fill in.
Okay.
And I forgot. You know, his name is oh my goodness. I remember it eventually, but yeah, I do some fill-ins with some people along the way, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and so but my memory with all of them is different experience because they're different individuals.
Sure.
And so wherever that tour takes me, I just try to grasp whatever I have on that trip, learning from them, and meet and greet, and then you hear the different things that people have to say, you know, about the show, about the whole experience of that particular showcase.
Yes.
And then you're able to improvise, or they don't know that, you know, whatever they say, you're learning from it. But you improvise, you have to improvise, and then you do more or you do less or whatever, you know. But my experience overall is just a lot of blessing, because it's good, it's really good to travel and learn and meet and greet people, the different culture, the different environment, you know. Just bless your heart. Africa, you know, you go to Africa, it's the same thing, you know, Gambia, Nigeria, you know, Zaire, Liberia, all those places, it's different. It's the same Africa, but different type of way how they move. But the love is just, one thing I can tell you though, in there, it's a lot of love. There's a lot of things to learn of yourself, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I guess that obviously being on the road so extensively, obviously there's a lot of downtime where you're traveling and you can almost spend time within yourself, actually understanding you as a person as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your do's and your don'ts. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Because there's places that you have gone and it's a boy, that could never be me. And you just don't want to go to that experience again.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, again, it depends on the individual that you go on tour with. You learn a lot, and some people, some things you just don't want to get involved with again, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess it all forms part of life's journey, life's experiences that make us who we are today.
Definitely. It's a blessing to see how no one person won't be able to do it. It takes a village. It takes so much to learn from different individuals, you know, and just, you know, learn of yourself, as you said. Yeah. Yes, and just make a decision, who you want to be and who you are and whose you are, you know. Yeah. Because there is so much people ripping you apart in their culture or in their belief or their stuff. You have to find out who you are, you know.
And I guess also sort of form your own set of beliefs yourself that define you as a person.
Exactly. for you, just to mold you and learn of what you are and what you don't want to do and what would you. I want to live a exempless life. I just don't want to live, and just like singing as well, I want to sing to you. I don't want to sing at you.
Sure. Okay.
To me. So if I'm singing, I want you to feel every word or what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I get into that mode, and I want to bring out. I just ask God to just give me this power to just show them what is meant for this song, or whatever the song is.
No, I can understand that. So now, okay, you're currently residing in Massachusetts, and
Right.
when I hear one of the songs on the EP, Jamaica Forever, I feel a real sense of patriotism.
Of course. That's my born.
Yeah.
That's where I was born and bred, man.
So tell me, how long have you been living in the United States for then?
Okay, so I came here in 1983, 84, well, actually 79. I came to visit. My mother and some of my family members were here. So that's how I came, and then I went back. And then the first time I came on a musical trip from Tough Gang, because I was working at Tough Gang at the time. Those time I used to work there. So, we just come up and visit, then I go back, and then I came back up permanently. My mom get me over in the United States. So I got back permanently, and that's where it started from there,
Right. And I guess over the years, you've always been going backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go back and forth, yeah.
Yeah. What are the key things that you really miss about Jamaica when you're in the United States?
Everything. Okay, so they say, people say, oh my God, Jamaica is so this and so that. Let me tell you something. For me, I think if depends on how you carry yourself and you keep in a certain environment, you can live in Jamaica and have no problem, because you know who you are and what you're not going to do and the places you're not going to go. So therefore, I personally will enjoy Jamaica to the maximum. Every time, anytime, anywhere, every time I will enjoy Jamaica, because there's so much to enjoy in Jamaica that, especially the weather. I mean, the food, the whole song, the sea, the this, the that, the environment, the North Coast, the countryside, the rivers, everything, you just enjoy everything. Here, it's just a restriction sometimes, it's a restriction. Here in the United States, you have to wait for summertime to do certain things. When Jamaica, you can do it right through the year.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference.
Yeah. I think that, the thing that really attracted me to visit Jamaica probably more than 20 years ago now, initially was the music. But then I think that since then, I've almost sort of feel as though it's more the people that I connect with more, I think when you get to those people, it's deep.
The one love word is the one love, our blessed love or whatever. It's that meaning, and it was meant. You could feel it from that time. The people is really friendly, very friendly in Jamaica, and then even here, when we meet each other here, you don't know that person from a can of paint, but then as you see them and hear the accent, the Jamaican accent, hi, how are you doing? And it's just a talk right there. You just start speaking to each other, and you don't know each other from a can of paint. So I'm just saying, here is you can't really talk to people that easily, because it's like you don't know me, so why are you talking to me? You know what I mean? But in Jamaica, and you're perfectly right, it's the love. It's that love and that unity and just that free will, the free life, we're just loving and kind, except for everything else, as I said, everywhere you have the same kind of environment, but the love is always there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, it gives you that inspiration to think about Jamaica. What are the best things you like about Jamaica? What is the, you know, as the question you asked me, going back to Jamaica, what do I miss? Yes, all of this that we talk about, the music, the atmosphere, the weather, the people, the love, the joy, the peace, the tranquility, the happiness. Yeah, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you also touched on one other thing, which I think is a very close topic to your heart, food, because I understand that you're a very, very, very good chef as well.
Yes, sir.
See, that's another thing. That's another thing that you know, when I lead a vegetarian lifestyle, and one of the things that I love is the food in Jamaica.
Yes, there's so much you can get in Jamaica as a vegetarian, you know, and so and then the thing is the all natural, organic kind of stuff that you taste. Going to Jamaica and tasting the food in Jamaica, it's two different stories, because here is when you hear I eat vegetarian food, okay, it's fine, but in Jamaica, authentic and real.
Yeah,
it's really authentic and real. It tastes like, you know, heaven. For real, it tastes like heaven. It's really interesting. And I mean, and you can always plant your stuff. You don't have to put a lot of what do you call it again, fertilizer, and putting a lot of stuff on your food, you know.
yeah.
Because it don't make any sense. What God knows, you know, you have to decide how you want to live,
Yeah.
and what you want to eat, because you're what you eat.
True.
You're definitely what you eat. So if you put a lot of impurities in your system, you're going to get impurities. If you put a lot of organic, you know, sensible food and nutritious stuff, you will definitely get by in life.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
won't be disappointed.
No, and I think that you're definitely right in that. I think there has to be an element of balance in what we do.
Balance, definitely a balance. Yes, moderate. Because I was brought up with, you get starch, you get meat, and you get vegetables. So you have to have those three at all times. I mean, a salad, you have a salad or a steamed vegetable or whatever, you know, those things you have to have.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. But for the most part, it's great, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, on the EP itself, which I know is 7 tracks in total, there's also a really wonderful collaboration with the late Bob Andy as well, a song called Free, Free, Free. Let's talk to the viewers a little bit about how that collaboration came together with Mr. Bob Andy.
Actually, when I was in Jamaica, we were talking. I spoke to him, and a friend of mine, Sharon, we were talking, and I said to him, I said, in his presence, I said, boy, those songs that you have, and I did do Young, Gifted, and Black over, and I put a twist on it as well.
Okay.
And I let him hear it, and he said, "Wow, this sounds good, man. This sounds good." And I said, "Well, if you have any more I can sing, I would love to do it." And say, "Yeah, man, I want to write some songs for you. Definitely gonna write some songs, guys. You can sing. Yeah, man, you can sing." You know, he's just real.
Yeah.
He said, "You can sing." So I said, "Okay." And then I came back to the United States, and he said, "Just call me." And then I spoke to him, but it was so sad. Like, it's maybe about 2 weeks or 2.5, maybe 3 weeks before he passed.
Okay.
He sent one of the songs to me, definitely. He sent one to me, and the other one, I have it right now. I'm gonna do it again, but we didn't get a chance. He didn't get a chance to send the other one to me, but I got it now still. But for the most part, I was honored, very honored.
Yeah.
And he said, this song I'm sending to you, you make sure, don't do it like me, do it like yourself. You just sing it your way. Don't listen to me. But the melody is the same basically, but you know, I just dip in and out and you know, different. That's a little twist, you know. Maybe I can get a remix and do it again a different way.
Maybe, but you know, like you said, it's such a blessing, I think, to hear the two of you together on a track as well.
Oh my God, it's an honor and a pleasure. Jeez, I'm so blessed to have that as well. Everything, as I'm saying, everything just fall into place. I'm very, very honored and happy to, you know, with what's going on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else that I think that we've kind of touched on this song already, the cover of Love Has Found Its Way. You've even managed to get Dean Fraser blowing the saxophone on that as well.
Yes, yes. It was the producers who were doing the songs got him to do it.
Yes.
Yes, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. When I heard what he did, I'm saying, oh my goodness. And he was very happy. He was overjoyed to hear. I get to understand. He said, this is one of the most outstanding version he has ever heard of this song. I don't know. I don't know how many other people had done it before, but he said this one is one of the most outstanding. And the funny thing is, he played on the original one, and then this one, he played on it as well. So that is an honor. See, everything just fall into place.
Falls into place, definitely.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's still very, very sort of early on in terms of the release of the EP, but you know, what are you hoping to achieve in terms of the rest of 2021 as far as the EP is concerned now, up front?
Well, I've been in the background so long. I just want to go ahead and at the battlefront and sing these songs with meaning, with you know, that and let people know that you know there is greatness out there still. There is good songs to be done. There's good, you know, there's a lot of stuff that can be done that you just have to focus and stay focused at all times.
Yeah.
You know, and get it done. And I want to leave a legacy for people to say, like Bob Marley, I'm not playing around. I'm telling you, Bob Marley songs will never go nowhere. It will be year after year after year after year. And because it has such great meaning for in every area of your life, you can play a Bob Marley song and get a message from it. So that's what I want to do. I want to be a messenger of great music, of meaningful music, you know, whether it's a loved one, whether it's for the revolutionary type, you know, true to life, everything, the gospel, you know, just singing about what is happening, you know, and showing people that there is life and there's hope.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that, you know, if the debut EP is anything to go by, because you cover quite a few different topics within the actual EP, I think that the future is definitely looking very encouraging for further releases from yourself going forwards as well.
Okay. I am so appreciative of that. Thank you for giving me that encouragement. It sweetens my labor. Thank you for that. And I'm open to do great things as well. I am praying that I can do more that I think I can do. Because if I limit myself, then there, you know, I want to explore. I really do want to explore and see different stuff that I can do.
Yeah.
I'm just honored. All I can say, I'm just honored.
Honored. I think certainly from our point of view, you know, we've been truly sort of blown away by the songs that we've heard from the EP, and you know, we're going to keep rooting for you to keep making more good music going forwards as well. And as they say, the sky's the limit.
Right. So the song that this Lovers Found This Way, when you just hear it, what you thought?
This is what I thought. So when I hear a cover version of a song, I always have a small degree of skepticism, thinking, is this going to be as good or touch the original? You know, when I hear someone covering over maybe a Bob Marley song as well, I always kind of like, you know, have this little doubt in my mind. But this is one of those songs where I hear your version and I think to myself, you've done it proud. Dennis will be happy.
I made it mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you the question.
Exactly. Because, you know, I think that there are some songs in the history of Jamaican music that are best to leave untouched, leave them as they are, as the originals, you know. Yeah. And then there are some songs that, you know, people like yourself can sing them over, but then add your own little spice or twist to it.
Right.
Bring it right up to date. And that's what I think you've done.
Yes. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, you know, God has given me that gift, that it was able to come out that way with the people that I work with around, you know, because it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Tell us who is the actual team behind Raw View Music, because I'm interested to sort of learn how, you know, you've come to work with this group together, Raw View Music. So who are the people behind Raw View Music?
Yes. Well, these beautiful folks, yes, is Richard Rowe, Carol Rowe, and Sydney Mills. Okay. Right? Those three. You know Sydney. You know Sydney, right? Yeah. So he was the person as well, you know, building the music. But Raw View, Richard and Carol, they are the pioneers. I mean, they are amazing people to be around. It was easy. This classic EP here is done in a way where I can't tell you how much it was done. It was done like in just hours. Just meeting these people, I don't know. No, I just meet them on the road. My son knew Richard, so I just came with my son, you know, because he was doing something, Howard, and I was telling him like, look, you have to do this way and that way, you know what I mean? And when I saw them again on the road, he said, all right, come and see me. Just come and see me. Just like that. No. Just nothing, no promises, no nothing, just come check me. And that's it. And when I came, the songs, I am not afraid to hum songs. So I just let him hear what I had and what I was doing prior and so forth. And he said, wow. So what else are you doing? Nothing? I said, nobody. I said, people gave me promises and they asked me, you know, some people did stuff with me, but it never went. But just doing this happened like, you know, a glove that fit your hand just perfect.
Yeah.
But with the help of God, I just pray that these people just explore to the highest that they can ever go. Because it's just the base things of the earth confound the wise and prudent many a times. So these are just simple people that, you know, it's not no riches. It's the love that they have and the support. And just the meaningful way of saying, I'm going, especially Richard, he said, I'm going to do this. It has to be done with excellence. It has to be done this way. Then, you know, Sydney do the same. Carol do the same. They're just there, you know, it's just everything just happening. And I just thank God for, you know, the obedience and the humility and just stand there, you know, and there is, when I come to the studio as well, there's my fan. There's this great fan that is here giving me all the love in the world that I've never seen this before. It's their little dog. His name is Star.
Okay.
Star greet me every single time I come through this door. I just can't put my pocketbook down. I can't put my jacket down. I can't do nothing. He's on me like white and rice every single time. And it's like, the love that this dog have for me, I'm saying, my God, you know, this is a sign, because you don't come to people's house and a dog take onto you just like that. Most of the time they want to bite the hell out of you. So, but for this dog, he's just so friendly and loving. He's not going to leave me alone. And when I'm leaving, oh my gosh, it's another thing. He's a great, he would bark and carry on. I say, where are you going?
Right. Okay.
You know, but again, as I'm saying, boy, it's just amazing. God just set it up this way. All I can say is just God himself just set it up this way, because things is just happening, just, you know, in awe. Everything just happening. And, you know, I guess I'm blessed to have people like them, you know, in my life, that I can still believe in myself and knowing that, you know, I'm able and capable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, look,
I'm just praying for grace.
I'm happy that I actually asked you a little bit about the background of Raw View Music, because you can almost see the tight sort of bond that you have with the people that you just mentioned, like Richard and Carol and Sydney. And, you know, I think that, you know, sometimes you need these little sort of relationships and these little sparks to connect together to make great music.
I'm telling you, and also when you work in an environment and it's comfortable, and you have your freedom to explore, and you have your freedom to, you know, do what you have to do, it makes a big difference. Because when you work under pressure, I mean, I don't say it won't work, you know, but when you work under an environment that you can handle yourself, and that you can able to explore and express yourself freely, that is a big deal for me. Very big deal. So, and I'm grateful that is the environment that, you know, is here. He just and especially the both of them, he will just come and sit there and say nothing, just keep watching and just say nothing. And then when you're finished, you think that he's not going to say nothing. He said, well, that sounds good, but maybe tomorrow you can do something else. You know, well, that sounds good, but tomorrow, but no, when you come back, man, you're going to fix it up, right? Yeah, say, yeah. And it just work out that when I come back, you know, and they're walking around and just inspiration just touch me, and you just feel like, yeah, I'm ready to sing. It's like night and day. You know what I mean? But everything just working. It's time. It's perfect timing, and you should never ace for nothing, because when you ace for stuff, you don't get your real deal and your real reward.
Yeah.
So in time, the Lord will reward you openly. Yeah. And you know, I'm always putting people in front. I'm not the type of lady that it's just me. You know. So sometimes I guess I have to be strong to say, okay, this is me. I have to be up front. So now I have to take the lead, and to show the world that there is hope, no matter how old you get, because your time is not my time. Your blessing is not my blessing. What is for you will be for you, no matter what, because the Lord's going to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, look, thank you so much for sharing that. We're really happy to have an opportunity to speak to you today here in 2021. I always say to everybody that one day we're going to be able to do this face to face again for real. But, you know, right now we give blessings that we're able to do this online and help to support you on your journey with your new debut EP as well. So we really give thanks for your time.
Oh, my time is always a good time, because I want to learn from you just as much you want to learn from me. And I am really appreciative, because even this, it just happened again. You're one person who is an international known person. And I mean, for me, just things just happening, it just dropped right on you and you just want to go deeper. It makes me feel, and then again, have hope. you know, I have a lot of hope, and it makes me feel blessed and knowing that just keep moving on. Just keep going, you know, because when you stop, that's when you defeat your purpose.
True. Well, look, ANNICIA Banks, we give thanks for your time today, and we're going to look forward to hearing you performing one day over here in the UK.
Oh yeah.
In your own right as well. But yeah, from ourselves and everyone here in the UK, one love. One love, just to you as well. It was nice talking to you. It's so nice. And it felt like home. Again, it felt like home. Good. It just felt like home. Thank you so much.
Reggae Interviews. Word Sound Power.